Hello, I wanted to make a video in my hut where I'm gonna show some of the other things. I don't know how that gets away all the time, but there we go again. So I was like, how do we minimally, so we got a budget you see, of we're making the idea if we had $1,000, what would be the way that we would improve the home, or what are we going to do to improve the home? So we have some pictures previously, and this has already been finalized. We got a 90 queen, and maybe not even to forward on getting the display, but this is a queen we're sitting on, so 14 inches up, and that switch went there, and this industrial look's gonna give this look better. And I feel like I have the home goods supplies of attempting to soothe like Amelia Reshit. Does she have the same last name? Okay, we bring this up, and then that'll look better, and we're just taking the time to look. These are some of the things that are pre-ordered. Lasco, cool colors. And as before, I said that the three together, I'm not to differentiate things, it's not generic. Maybe one, like two, this one, because three is more of where I want. 3 of these. Oh, geez. Alright, switch to that one. So 3 of those extended to there. And I like some of these pictures like this right here, and if we've seen in different videos, you see this one. That kind of looks like that. So we get to remove that like 50-pound whatever, 50-ish pound item, however it's maneuvered, with replacing something like that. Paint. As far as paint goes, I want to get rid of the turquoise. It's too inner eye. So we're going with black. Like I'm shy, I'm hiding, I want something strong, and then I want to figure out what is prominent. So we're gonna go with either magic black or whatever. Who knows? Then for after we do that, I was watching Jeopardy, and they had the Logie other one. Some Home Depot plants. A nice plant right there. Nice Alfred one. How would you design the different areas? We have this area, which is the downtown alley. I'm going to take a fire axe to what was previously shown in other videos to that wall, and then I'm going to get rid of the drywall and maybe leave the wooden aisle right there. Removed all that stuff, and then upstairs we'll chop up the mattress and this epidemic. So saying that we've done so, what would you spend? First, let's start off minimally. What would you spend with $100 to get the most out of what you want? We have dollar store, home goods store, a Harbor Freight store, or Walmart. I want this to be very set on some of the Walmart stuff too. The more to the, so what do you pick? Somebody pathetic every time I'm going to attempt to do something to use supply data. Am I talking about what nonsense you were talking about, or you're not even doing? What would you add to the house? As you were saying, what is that? Do you need me as a proof of a bad conversation? All right. I'm sure Apple didn't take too kindly to that. Jazz status. Sure, you know, these things that you don't get at, they always happen to go at in the non-happening of that. The furniture could be got at the Goodwill. There's some more ones, and we're going with like a very bookstore oriented, not too trying wall set, same design. And then what even is there too much here? I think this will be way better here, and then our Alphid plant will be one of those that has the light green on the outerior like that, and then put there to be like that. Maybe just another bin of either like we're not too artistic in the mosaic pen, so it's just gonna be in all all dark, done, and contrast the black and white design with the that. So this area looks good. 14 raised here, and that'll be right there, and maybe it's a better setup like that. And the bar to that, getting that, for the thing. I mean, I don't even have anybody to that is gonna be able. Well, that's not gonna be annoying for the 8-foot over raise. So there's a device for that. It's not gonna be like we're parting with the tools. If so, it's the interior design. So let's say, well, it's in debate. Is it important that we see to do the walls? Well, this area will be fine. What are some good games to play? I said I'm too fast about trying to say what I'm doing, so I need to write down the games I want to play, so I'm trapped in playing them, and that's what I need to do. Let's see. Now let's continue the browsing before we got interrupted, and then do it like playing with me in Devil's Playground. And I do count neuro as an applied secondary data. I don't signature it with crime because it's the soliciting to the intent to do something. It doesn't hold a living object, but I do say that it is a contact or is a first degree. That's as much of a pseudonym as I'll speak of that, because that's just real life. When we're 26, I say we'll get the 360 gaming center up, but I don't want you to be like in the blending of that you don't get the bookstore opaque or that general store to what can be done, and then you have gaming in the in between. If we're doing gaming, it's an H2O, no face, no reminiscent to what we're doing, even though we're trying, and then a bunch of Goodwill stuff. Fire axe the bed with fire. Throw out the vacuums, get new vacuums for the company. It seems like it's going to be a 6-month class. Oh my. If it's to the winter, that's frost right there. Winters are always the most extreme. And all my excursions through winters, for all the drifts and everything, never had a problem. I've pulled some stunts, some very rally stunts to survive. Let's see. The stackables, I see that. a mannequin look. How do we achieve a mannequin look? Just imagine a nurse and then imagine everything that the nurse looks like, kind of. What is Evil Within 2? I want to have the bathroom inspired by Evil Within 2. I'm gonna have the other room is already inspired by the the Elm Street Freddy one right there, because it's so set on that. Like we don't have that wood space to have these strong, what is this, a mess desk, to have that there, a nice movie chair for folding tables and chairs. Let's see what else. We'll start with something like, let's see what we got here. Of all the styles, I see it going in an undertone, and I see us as more of like a glam Germany Versace kind of character. You're going to Goodwill, you have some good sing and the ruffles and everything. Like, getting to imagine that we can achieve to get a glass table is strong. I don't know if we'll be able to handle that. Even a farmhouse, something like this, and buying or asking for like some pieces of hay, bales of hay to put around, that already makes it a strong farmhouse room. And yeah, that'll be so cool. What have you been up to or working on as far as anything? Not to say that I circumference any sort of efforts beyond some of this. That's a bit much. Maybe try my best for improving the bathroom. And after just getting our procedure, we have to wait so much time. It is like wobbling a bit. Not that bad. It's the clear allium round coffee table plaster. What's that other one? Wayfair Me. Wow, that's an innovation in my mind. The nth modern industrial style wooden. And it's not going to be enough of rustic wood to find ourselves ingrained in the beard industrial. So something a bit less like something very clean, mannequin. Like, this item goes in onto itself too much. This one to the white area, if it was the darker. This carpet cleaning material, I think you should have a 100. What would be your 100 stack on cleaning material? A scrubber, or the toothbrush, Ajax, maybe like a wet steamer, a dry vac, and a vacuum for sure. I already know some pretty good ones, like Echo Bicel. That's the one that I want to get sponsored by, or appear committed to. So, what is it to be like that? Not loyal, but that allows the most difficult Sudoku of word to find that. I feel upstairs just needs to have something, and then I find myself best at making an area when I'm in it and I know what I'm thinking. And the utility and the ergonomic most, or habits to be in the room. It'll be random because we have the Goodwill, or if anyone ever wants to return what is thought or in the comments, I think that. So it's good that something thought removes something else. I don't care. I've seen some great pieces outside, and there was a chair thing, and there's the professional thrift shop has the professional decorator, and they make something like that super quick with all kinds of stuff all over for sale. Then it has the moving upwards, and that means that we have to be more projected to do music or videos. This is alright for now. We were talking upstairs about when something says something to say something else and that don't work for you, then those are the mainstays of efforts. I'll be like, man, I'm falling off. I don't want to hang out, getting some whatever right now. Gotta get the finality on the damnation to wait. Reception seating or a prayer chair. We'll see. I'm thinking to do a painting style, because I find paintings are interesting out on the field, and it helps me think, and sometimes I think that they're good, and I look them up and I see them. It reminds me of the Fifth Book. I have a lot of attachment to that movie. It's about something's called the Stairway of Heaven. What's the more mysterious? Is it just a mysterious staircase? It's just a lecture on the cultist. I really think that's cool. Just taking the best to do that, and I felt so better about watching stuff today. I was like, I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it, and I at rest don't find myself fumigating within watching that, because it's above me as a gem of something that I've never been able to do. So even when I look away, then I'm always like, that final piece of work is so much better than me. So I don't feel like my soul is trapped. I try not to. What is your favorite thing about your house? And guys, yeah, it's everywhere. Need to go get a Pokeball, and then can't create the campaign enough to have it work. It's the Rayquaza challenge. What is it? Like a bar stand that. I totally agree. And it'll be like it really has good flooring because of how it is. It don't have good flooring, but it'll get better. Also should epoxy that when your ratio is more set at 2-to-1 ratio. Getting in the way of somebody getting our ratio is kind of much. I just say things because I say it. I don't necessarily like feel that I wanted to say it. I've seen people in officers that don't get to say anything that they wanted to say, and they get spaced in how they feel and get endangered in the same way. Like a pillow. That's what I mean. Mattresses, dressers, stands, carry-on, luggage. The umbrella. I've never. Maybe we can inspire for the umbrella. The upstairs, the bathroom is called Miss May, or is inspired by different fantasy rooms, and those are changed. And it's inspired by the hostel, or some of it. Miss May is a very vicious person. She's a ER surgeon, CNA, and who knows what else kind of person. Very sharp, uncommitted to life. So if I disintegrate the area, I see that and some of the cleaning, painting. How do you take somebody's inventive to what they do by the purchases that what they do at a Goodwill to see that? We're going to take those combinations and see if they have life and death that could pieces us. And if there's any note signature for any intel, then it was placed on that before the time of trying to think so to see that. Emily R. So back to learn about for organizing cabinet work. The office worker teaches that a lot of composition books, papers, line paper, composition books, line paper, a clipboard, looking for the mini clipboard to do that for even doodles. That would probably increase the amount of doodles that I do. Paint it super nice, and the cover, the paint, and then do that. Household essentials. Just doing a class, sit down, employee. It's standing up. It's standing up. Secured. Home improvement. Fans, fireplace, weatherproofing. Bathroom renovations. I want to see how that is invented. What are we looking at as far as time goes? Some of the colors here. What are the habits of what I do? And is at the end of the sentence. Alright, so it's that. sleepwear, the extension to charge the stuff. Then my setup always have the Loki or the Carl Zeissen. Oh my gosh, Carl Z right there. Then the microphone. Then I was doing some shorts of video recordings, and this mini tripod, like holding it like this, kind of helps. That's not perfect. We should do better. We should have an action camera and something way better than what is to appear us to perspective what we're trying to say. And the rate of what we're doing something. Like how we wanted the drawings to show a like 50 set of how that was, and that was the one that was on the OpenSea, that was the one that we used. Then we'd do all those. Yeah, I have no thinking right now. We're gonna be really good at this because we'll know what the artifact is, or what the presence of an item does, how it affects, does it degrade differently. To see how we do it habitually is better too. A medicine cabinet, we were thinking of the essential cart roller of medicine and having the opportunity to collect some of those pieces. Hey, we could even have a chair in there if that is what Miss May wants. One of those bathroom seats. It still could be something that we would want to do, and we are the least annoying at rest. Third. And the closest to the, I don't know, the exponential seance, more exponential. Not volume bound. Volume bound. What kind of language? Alright, so I'm gonna have you control our hands and tell us what you like to look at. That's what I'm trying to do in Medium. So, you know, I want to look at this, but it's kind of still boring to do that. Create a block room based on Stranger Things with blocks and stuff, and if we find a fake cake, that would be so cool. And we put it onto the top of that. A blender, we did stuff with the blender. We have the mini fridge that tells us to get rid of the other one. While it'll be painting a very like Sad Clown 1408 room-esque, I think is the best. It'll be painted either gray, Argentine, around there. And then what we're gonna do for the baseboards is unknown. And there is more of a print that was gonna be easier to get onto the flooring, onto the other one, to get that effect right there, yeah. That we saw. Shout out to not committing myself to Eric or Kristen McGowan for that one. That's something like that. But the peels on that did not look good. I kind of wish to make a in a good reverse way of complimenting. So, household essentials. Flushable wipes. Lubricants, essentials, batteries. Plus this. Look, we didn't even get this. Slacking. We always use this thing and just tuck that under. That's funny. Give you ASMR's psychological suggestion is to get freaking bad. See, that's funny here. It's more dark cabaret. I like it. So we need our Phillips nose trimmer. That would have been a good one. If while we're talking about something else, so we don't bring up something else about something, helps create the perimeter on the language. Flooring, caulking, so the caulking around the sink could be helpful. It's on the list of what to get tomorrow. Here's the list. Oh, I hate that I actually this video all bad because I did not. The interior shower drapes. I'm gonna rewrite anything. I'm a cranky. This is how I get it to work. That's all that we know for now, that it's hot, that we need to paint that area a bit, and that we have that budget to do that. That will be all, unless there's anything else recommended at this time. Oh, let's look at the cleaning stuff. The $5 horizon versus, or the sundown versus the $10. $5 sundown versus the $10 horizon challenge right there. Like there's some cheap stuff like Ajax scrubbers and some stuff, a water bottle, something. So like a great competition. Pine Glow, wherever that is. So really envisioning it, just getting the floor perfect, some kind of steaming to that, a steamer. Ajax along the baseboard to task it when it is just wooden baseboard, which is not a permanent one. But I just, or finding the right interior before it's too late, before you think something like that again. Ajax video on the toilet works just fine. On the video it said like sand or pickup for actual words for sandpaper, a recommendation. Sponges, that's another good one to get some really good cleaning. Should be, but we don't do any stunts, none of that stuff. To be heavy duty commercial that is done interiorly. It has to be done at one of those places or pick up. I was so mad because when I put it on omnivore on the thing, and I was just like, ruined it. That's okay though. I think we got a pressurizer adjustment. Hopefully we know how to gauge that to D70 potential. And air oscillation. It's a remedy. But do we get points for what we're credited for? So I'm wondering. Squeegee. Not a Squeegee Pro. What was the vote for the video while I'm in terminal for what we're doing? Or bird damage, so Steel wool. Bit and just scroll to, oh well, working on it to find something is kind of how I see the preliminary of that identity in some socialism. Whatever. So I say, I watched a video and I learned something, so, or did I not make anything? It just happens sometimes, the remainder of how thinking is thought. Like that's a secret weapon right there. The normal sponge. That'll be moved up, and then I can see you having a fox fur to get the German luxury that I kind of want it to be like. Then a something, I don't know, some aptitude. Attitude. Thank you very much. Seeing what I need to see. What enchantment may be the weight on that? The complementary weapon of the steamer, or a scrubber, carpet scrubber. I see all the space. I see it there. I see a fake apple on a desk that's wooded and has the iron bars. I see this place lifted. What I was thinking of, speaking of, what makes the day to what you say to it being more so like what is venom, like what is not trying lifts me. Life deck, where to the splinter lines part that we're working on. The segmentary to the hit of the actual name, I don't really, it's not perfect. This is a Walmart thing, so when saying it, that first, okay, because it is a Walmart video. taking the sports science way of what you do to be the style. I thought it was someone else. That was Emily Resch. Alright, that was good. Should we see the home improvements again for a sec? Interior paint. .25 decibels is our toleration for what I export. I'm still looking at the other stuff, but I can imagine the day that we don't say it, so feel free to mentally scourge what you see that to be in curiosity somewhat. There are some common pieces that we do see there. We do have our person's build and how that is seen different. A mannequin look like dark ceiling, gray wall, white flooring is what I want with this one. And some very like wooden 2x4 bazaar of it being like on a slate, kind of odd. Maybe. We'll see next time what the Goodwill rounds up and see how we got with that. Where we start. Alright. Ow. Thank you for watching. We're gonna have to go back to this bond for this tadpole and then finish this up. Okay. The end. Or what do you want to pick for next video? Nothing. Anything that was like that? Nothing. A video game. What is your favorite video game? Please photobomb it with data entry and or what is that called? Anything. Apply data so I can believe, or a name tag. Thank you for watching. Bye.